topic, now is the time, and if not, alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Any questions? Now is the time.
Sure. It's been, I think, a subject in many kids deal with every day, and the parents will deal every day. The question comes up: can I go eat chicken?
Can you go what?
Can I go eat chicken in McDonald's
Okay.
or other places? And do I always have to go to Club Paradise or Junior to eat chicken because halal there?
طيب.
And I'm sure all of them smiling. Could you shed light on, because I know we have heard both versions of it.
Sorry, question is extremely clear, brother. May Allah bless you. The concept of Muslims growing up today, can they eat chicken from McDonald's or Popeyes or anywhere else? Or do I always have to go to Kebab Paradise, so on and so forth? Khayr, inshallah. We say is that the question is very important, but it has to be dealt with from two different aspects. And the first aspect has nothing to do with meat, nor food, or any type of thing that you consume or take into your body. And that is, it's the aspect of companionship, friendship. Who do you hang around? Who is your friend? Who are the people that you laugh and joke with and play basketball with and study with? Are they Muslims? That's the first question. If they're Muslims, what kind of Muslims are they? Responsible Muslims, good Muslims that know the rights of Allah, or Muslims that forget about Allah? Are they Muslims who are liars, or Muslims who are honest? Are they Muslims who are clean and upright, or Muslims who are dirty and cheat and sneak? Are they Muslims who only know Islam in front of their parents? Who only know Islam one day out the week or 1 month out of the year, or not? Depending on which type of friend or friends you have, is going to have a direct effect on the chicken that you eat. Everybody understands? Make sense? You hang around righteous Muslims that are into certain things that you're into and not into the things that you're not into, where you go and hang out and what you eat is going to be very simple. And if you hang around with Muslims or non-Muslims that don't care about what they eat, have no dietary laws or restrictions, or we hang with Muslims who forget about Allah, forget about Islam. Islam is just going to the mosque, I have a Muslim name, my parents are Muslim, blah, 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 this, and that. Then you're going to eat wherever you want to eat, you're going to drink wherever you want to drink, or whatever you want to drink, you're going to dress how you want to dress, you're going to live a lifestyle that is non-Islamic. Everybody understand this? Your companion has a direct effect upon your lifestyle and how you practice Islam on a day-to-day, 24/7 basis. Everybody told this? So therefore, when you're righteous, there's certain things that you're going to want to do and some things that you're not going to want to do. Certain places that may be permissible to go to, you just don't want to go there because of the atmosphere, or because it's not cool for us Muslims to be in this type of atmosphere or environment. And this pertains to hijab. How do you dress? There lies no doubt a young Muslim sister who wears the proper hijab, who covers her body. She's modest. She has the proper Islamic etiquettes. She's not going to hang out and be in the company of another sister that wears tight clothes outside of the household. It doesn't work. As we say in our famous proverb, birds of a feather flock together. Everybody understand this? A Muslim sister who covers up properly is going to hang out with other Muslim sisters who cover up properly. And if there's another Muslim sister that hangs with her that doesn't cover properly, she is leaning towards covering properly. And she's going to feel shy and bashful and ashamed. And she may not be ready to wear the proper hijab, but she's going to do it anyway just because out of how funny it's going to look. She has on a full gown and I have on tight pants and a tight shirt and my hair is out. Doesn't make sense. So who you hang out with, who you accompany is going to have a direct effect upon what? Upon your character. Everybody make sense? As it says in the famous proverb, character is a what, Nafis? A thief. Character is a what? Is a thief. The person that you hang out with is going to rub off on you, good or bad. So that's first and foremost. As far as the specifics of the question, can I eat chicken from a place that is not quote-unquote halal or zabiha, so on and so forth? We say that this is a very long issue, very detailed issue, in which there is fierce difference of opinion among the people of knowledge of the past and of the present. It is not just a modern day issue as many people think. The Muslims, the ulama of Islam, they differed over several issues way before there was anything known as McDonald's or Burger King. Does a Christian have to mention Allah's name when he slaughters an animal? Can a Christian say in the name of Jesus, the Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit? Do you have to say Bismillah? Can you eat the meat of a Jewish person? Are the Jews of today like the Jews of yesterday? And all of these different issues? The fuqaha of Islam, they differ on these issues centuries ago. If you actually read and sit down and read the ancient books, you find this isn't anything new. So we'll summarize the issue in the following points. The first point is that Allah has made it incumbent upon us to eat meats that have been killed in a proper manner, slaughtered in a proper manner, regardless of who slaughtered the meat, regardless of the religion of the one who slaughtered the animal, but the animal has to be killed what? In the proper manner. A very important starting point. In other words, if there's a Muslim who incorrectly slaughters the animal, the meat is no longer permissible to eat. And some people, they think that it only pertains to religion of the slaughterer. La, la, la. If a Muslim slaughters an animal incorrectly, the animal is what? Cannot be eaten. If a Christian slaughters the animal properly, the meat is? Everybody understand this, first and foremost. Number two, Allah the Sublime, the Exalted, has explicitly allowed us to eat the food of those who have been given the scripture. And what's meant by the food of those who have been given the scripture is not vegetables, nor bread, nor grain, nor fruits. What's meant by ta'am, the food of those who have been given the scripture, is their slaughtered animals, meat. That's the second step. Step number three, there are conditions for the animal to be slaughtered. The animal cannot be suffocated, cannot be choked, cannot be drowned, cannot be tossed over a ledge, cannot be shot and hit inside the head, hung, and the list goes on. The animal must be slaughtered in a proper way. Blood must leave the body. Everybody clear on this? The next step is Allah the Sublime and the Exalted has not made it incumbent for us to search and research and investigate everything that we do in the worldly life. Where does this tea come from? What type of water was the tea made with? What country did it come from? Did it come from India? Come from Africa? Did it come from New Zealand? Were the people who sold the tea, were they treated properly? Was the land stolen from them? Was it fair trade? The sugar, you know the history of sugar? You know how many people suffered making sugar? How many people died and suffered in the sugar fields of the Caribbean? Is sugar permissible to take? Is it permissible to have a coffee? And the list goes on. These details, where's the cup come from? Does it have, the brother said the other day, alcohol and the gasoline, pork enzymes and the plastic and this and that? That's not Islam. That is not Islam. Islam is not a religion of paranoia, where everything is questionable and this and that and this, that's not Islam. At the same time, Islam is not a religion of being naive. It's not a religion of being irresponsible and nonchalant. Know what you put in your body. Know what you put on your body. Know how you make your money. So there's a balance in Islam. A Muslim has a slaughterhouse. The Muslim, there's nothing that's outward. The Muslim is making shirk with Allah, calling on Ali or Hassan or Hussein or Fatima, and that's an issue in itself. There are many people today that say they're Muslims, and they call themselves Shia Muslims, and they call upon other than Allah. They have necklaces and bracelets and things on the wall, in which is the name of other than Allah. And they invoke other than Allah, and they worship other than Allah. Everybody understand this? Very dangerous. They may make dua to Hussein. They may make dua to Fatima. Oh Fatima, give us victory. That's shirk akbar. Everybody understand this? So if you go to a Muslim slaughterhouse or a restaurant, and there's nothing like this, there's nothing that is apparent that makes you doubt a person's Islam, you say Bismillah. The same applies to a Jewish man and a Christian man, a Jewish woman and a Christian woman. If there isn't anything that is clearly going against the proper way of slaughtering the animal, it's permissible to eat the meat. Chicken, beef, lamb, goat, turkey, and the list goes on. The problem comes, the fork in the road is, several forks in the road, but the first fork in the road is, how do we know how Tyson slaughters their chickens, or Purdue? Do they slaughter in the dhabiha way? Is the neck of the chicken cut? Or is the chicken put into freezing cold water, or boiling hot water, or put into a styrofoam bag and so on and so forth? That's the fork in the road. Do we ask and investigate, or do we go with the asl? Allah said that these people who claim to be Christians, what type of Christians are they? Is America a Christian country? Are they Masons? It claims to be a Christian country. And God, what? We trust. Everybody understand this? Right or wrong? So, do we go with that? Or do we go with the knowledge that we may have, or think that we have, that they suffocate the chickens? Do we have to investigate, or do we say, Bismillah, they're Christians, they have a legislature, they have a book, Allah did not put those responsibilities upon us. That's a fork in the road. Everybody understands? So some of the ulama, they say, of Islam, they say, is that in America, it is not the normal practice to cut the animal's throat. That's not the normal practice. Rather, the normal practice in mass production, serving 1 million people a day, is to kill the animal through faster, more economic, I would say rather, many people consider slaughtering the animal with a knife to be inhumane. They consider it to be inhumane. Everybody understand this? To kill the animal with a knife, they say it's what? Inhumane. It's torture to the animal. Putting a bullet in his head, that's fine. Shocking it to death is fine. Electrocuting to death is fine. But slaughtering with a razor sharp knife across his neck, they say that's what? That's inhumane. So therefore they say in America or the UK or Australia or South Africa or any other quote unquote Western country, they say is that it is not the norm to go across the neck. And the norm is to do other things. So because it isn't the norm, you don't go with the asl anymore. And now you must what? Ask and investigate. Because it isn't the norm. Everybody understand this? It isn't what? It isn't the norm. And others, they say, no, this is incorrect. And if you place this upon the Muslims, you're going to put upon the Muslims a great hardship. Not just in food, but in everything else that they do and how they live in the countries in which they are the minorities. Allah did not tell us to investigate and ask and to seek detail. He told us to say Bismillah and to eat from that which He has made lawful for us to eat. And this is why they argue and why they fight, why they differ. Some say left, some say right. Me personally, I try my best only to eat meats that are zabiha or kosher. I try my best. I try my best. Okay? But if I'm with a friend and we're in Philadelphia and he gets a cheesesteak, and the cheesesteak is not from a Muslim restaurant, it's not from a halal zabiha restaurant, and he eats it, I don't criticize him. I don't say, get that out of here, that stinks, that's hitting the head, that's haram, that's this. I don't say that. I won't eat the cheesesteak even though it smells good and it looks good, but I won't eat it. Everybody understand this? Or for my own personal preference. So I would say, to keep things brief, I would try my best to tell my children, don't eat from those restaurants. Why not? Health reasons, hygienic reasons, Islamic reasons. But if a person was under the understanding, if they had the fatwa, it's permissible to eat chicken from McDonald's, and there was a qualified person that gave them that fatwa, I can't say anything about them. Because he has proof and he has evidence. He has proof, and he has what? Evidence. I may not agree, you may not agree, but we have to respect the Islamic what? Scholastics, the scholarship. Everybody understand this? So therefore, it is a very, very long issue of difference of opinion. You may feel a way, that's fine. But have to be careful enforcing your view upon the next person. Everybody understand this? And there are many other issues like this in Islam. There are many other what? Issues like this in Islam. Does a woman have to cover her hands and her face? Or is it just optional? Some people believe that they must cover their hands and their face. So the sister who comes to the masjid and she has her hands covered and her face covered, alhamdulillah. She has to do what she believes is the truth. But she should not criticize the next sister who's been taught by an Islamic authority, a correct source, is that the hijab is covering everything except for the hands and the face. So therefore, this is my view, this is how I was taught, this is what I believe, but I don't criticize the next person. And most Muslims, this is how they talk, but it goes the opposite way as well. There are many Muslim women who criticize women who cover their hands in the face, and that's unlawful. You speak ill of them. She's extreme. You think you're more pious than everybody else. You think you're better than everybody else. You shouldn't cover like that. You shouldn't dress like that. That's haram. Just as you talk about her, she can say the same about what? About you. Everybody understand this? It's a very, very long issue on the hijab. I'm trying to make a point, an example here. Okay? So therefore, there's difference of opinion in the issue. That which is safest is to avoid it. But if the next man feels differently, based off of what he's been taught, it is not upon you to criticize and speak ill of them. Your culture, your Islamic understanding, your madhab, there's nothing wrong with that. But you're not to force that view upon what? The next man. However, it's best without a doubt to eat the meat that you feel has been slaughtered in the proper manner. There's no doubt about that. That's safest, that's the furthest from any doubt, any suspicion, and it's better for your religion. That's the type of meat that I try to eat. That's the type of meat that I try to feed my family. I do not force my view, my opinion upon others who feel what? Different. Everybody understand this? Upon others who feel what? Different. This is a summary of the issue, brothers. We've done classes and lectures on this. Please go back to the website. And many other people have done debates and they've written books on the Islamic laws of slaughtering animals. There are books that you can find in English, academic journals, articles, all types of videos in which people of knowledge have spoken on this issue in detail. In what? In detail. The most important thing that I leave you with today here, the most important thing is what? One thing. Do not force your view upon the next individual. Give advice, give nasiha, what is best, but do not criticize the next individual in an issue in which there's clear, what? Differences of opinion among the people of knowledge. We're not talking about people of ignorance, we're not talking about people of innovations, we're talking about people of sunnah, or ulama of sunnah, of past and of what? And of present. Wallahu a'lam.
Sheikh, on those issues, is it incumbent upon us to seek the strongest of opinions, or just accept that it's a rahmah and the fact that there is, a principle opinion on that?
The Muslim is to follow that which makes the most sense to him. That which the Muslim feels is closest to what Allah and His Messenger intended. That's what the Muslim is to do. No matter what level of knowledge you have. The layman, 9 to 5, working Muslim, the student of knowledge, the scholar, the one who's memorized the Quran from cover to cover, what makes the most sense to you, what you feel is the closest to Allah and His Rasul, you must follow. Even if you don't understand all the technicalities of it. Me, a layman Muslim, it doesn't feel right for me to eat this meat from this place. I don't feel that they're slaughtering the right way, so on and so forth. Don't eat it. That's what you are to do. But the term strongest is relative. Is what? Is relative. It may be strong to you and it may not be strong to the next man. You understand this? But the general Muslim is to find the fatwa in his or her heart. You know it doesn't make sense. You know it doesn't feel right. It's common sense if you think about it. With regards to hijab, with regards to meat, with regards to the beard, any issue that you can think about, just use your common sense and your natural fitrah. Does Allah want this from me? Would the Messenger of Allah be pleased if he saw me like this? Everybody understand this? As it says in the hadith of the Prophet said, "Istafti qalbaka, wa naftaka an-nasu wa aftoka." He says, seek the fatwa from your heart. No matter what the people tell you, go with the most powerful thing Allah has given you, and that is the instinct, the natural Islamic gut feeling. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't what? Doesn't feel right. Everybody understand this? And the technicalities, sometimes they are stronger than what? The fitrah that Allah gave you. Everybody understand this? And the most important principle is that it doesn't hurt to go with the safest view. To go with the what? The safest view. There's no sin upon only eating zabiha. Some who eat food that isn't zabiha, they say it's a what? It's a sin. Everybody understand this? There's no sin in me growing my beard to the full length. But it may be a sin in me cutting it and trimming it, according to those who say that you must grow it in the full length. There's no sin in me covering my hands and my face. But there may be a sin, according to those who say that I must cover my, and the list goes on. Any other issue that you can what? Think about. Everybody understand this? And most importantly is that you must empty your cup. Get rid of your pre-assumptions. Unlearn what you have previously learned. Wallahu a'lam.
Last culture award, Brother Muhammad tremendously. Inshallah, next.